Hey everyone, how are you? You doing good? I'm doing pretty good. Had lunch a little while ago. Did a little bit of working out. And now I'm ready to play some Bloodborne. Band was in here. I don't know if he still is. Hello, Band. How are you? Dylan's here. He says, oh my god, it's Bloodborne. Bloodborne's just a London where the Queen broke containment. I would believe it. So I got a couple things I want to do. Well, we have a Briathus. You know, she's a thing that we can deal with if we so desire, and I think I do. So, I guess we'll do that, and then we'll get back to the DLC. How does that sound? Mank Hobley's in here. I think this is my first time seeing you in here. Welcome. He says one of my favorite games ever. Good choice. By the way, if you hear one of my dogs making a ruckus, he is currently attempting while he is inside. No, sir. And he's really angry. I have no idea if you guys can hear him, but I can. Yeah, listen to him go. He's fucking pissed. What a devious fellow that dog on his nefarious shit. Yes, he is. That he is. Ah, fuck, I should've done that. Gotta make it muscle memory. Oh god, here it comes. Comes again. Rip Bozo. The Great Ease Chalice. I believe we had something that referenced ease. What was that? Wasn't like it was a key, was it? Where did we find something related to these? Or eyes, however. Oh, eyes! Yeah, of course. Right, yeah. The Great Bees Chalice, yeah, exactly. No, that's not it. I cannot seem to recall what it was. Oh, we never looked at the Mensis Cage description. The School of Mensis controls the Unseen Village. This hexagonal iron cage suggests their strange ways. The cage is a device that restrains the will of the self, allowing one to see the profane world for what it is. It also serves as an antenna that facilitates contact with the Great Ones of the Dream. But to an observer, the iron cage appears to be precisely what delivered them to their harrowing nightmare. And that they're fucking insane people that wear iron cages on their heads. I don't remember where we saw something related to these. Or eyes. That'd be a funny pun. Remember Queen. Yes, indeed. Offer flesh. Remember that queenly flesh we got from Annalise after she got fucking obliterated by Alfred? Time flows in reverse for this scrap of flesh. What the fuck does that mean? So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Abriatus was like spewing blood out of her face. And she's here, underneath the Grand Cathedral, which is supposed to be the home of blood ministration. And she was a left-behind Great One that the scholars at Bergenworth found within the Labyrinth, which they then ended up using to start the Healing Church. So in case you may not understand, it seems like the healing blood that's been used in Yharnam is the blood of Abriatus. And that everyone's been injecting themselves with the blood of a fucking alien space god. Maybe that's why they're all turning into fucking monsters. We should do a little bit of bullet farming. I can keep that up. Hello to all three of you, whoever you are. How are your days going? You'll have to excuse my sniffling once again. It's allergy season. That was many a sniffle. Call beyond other spells using bullets is the most American thing I can think of. That is kind of funny. I'm casting a fucking spell. I'm conjuring the power of the stars from within the deepest void. What is the medium I will use for this? Bullets. You know what I just remembered? Because I saw someone bring it up the other day. Does anyone remember the Jeremy Renner app? Like, actor Jeremy Renner just had a fucking app. I don't even know what it was. Was it like a Twitter thing? Was it like WhatsApp or whatever? Also, didn't that guy threaten to murder his wife or some crazy bullshit? I have to say, being able to use a Call Beyond after, like, never really being able to use it in just about any character build, quite satisfying. I was wondering where the fuck you were, you little shit. You keep talking shit, bro. And let that augur of Abretus bang, Hobie. Yeah, you tell him. Hello, everyone. Seems like we're getting some more people back in here. You missed me annihilating Abretus with a Call Beyond. Very sad. I doubt that will work on our primary target this time around, though. I'm thinking we could probably finish up tonight. I want to finish up the DLC well, most of the DLC this afternoon, if I can. And then we can probably finish the game tonight. I don't feel like doing the Chalice Dungeons. I just don't feel like doing them. I find them to be tedious. And then, you know, we'll, be done, I guess. We will be finished. Is there any funny, quirky stuff we can get in here? We do need these. Lower that insight a wee bit. Oh, I need to upgrade my sword. I did not realize that. I thought I was already a fucking +9 or something. I haven't checked in a while. That's a bit embarrassing. Splendid. Oh. Oh, you know what I realized? I think we have to pop a few of these. Who the fuck is crying around here? Yo, Gurman. Yeah, not here. Does the sky have those red tinges prior to the blood moon? I don't remember. I mean, obviously, the moon's pretty normal here. But I don't remember. I know the music changes. The music's different prior to beating Rom. And then I think hitting like 50 insight changes it too. Let's see, any changes? Nope. Okay, cool. So, one thing to take care of in DLC land, before we really get to business, is something around here. Oh, nice, we're up to 8 likes already. Let's see if we can hit 10. So something I forgot to do earlier is go down around here. You know, everyone's favorite joint. The Blood River. Go through the other side. Check out what's going on around where Gilbert was. You know, Central Yharnam. Oh, hello. Hello, sir. So, this guy is clearly a beast. He's a beast man. He's wielding the beast claws that we saw in the last stream. But his moveset is clearly much more advanced. It's a lot like Gascoigne's beast moveset. This guy has a rune that was added in the DLC. We will not be getting it this stream, but we will ideally be getting it next. If I hit it with a little bit of jack shit'll happen, that's what. Oh, you bitch. And we were so close. Yeah, he's got a fully fledged beast hand there. He's turned into a fucking cleric beast or something. He actually looks a lot like the aberrant beast. Or the abhorrent beast. Dylan says mauled and lolled by Larry the Beast cable guy. Sad. It does say a lot about our society. Haha. ho ho. Input. Gotcha. Wait, is that no input reading? That's a very annoying thing. Have you guys seen, like, someone did a test seeing how much enemies do input tracking, and they found that basically they would just dodge as soon as you press the fucking attack button for, like, a spell or whatever, but you can use that to make them dodge into wherever you're shooting. It's pretty funny. Certified, video game momentum. Uh-oh, he broke. Firing hammer badge. Firing hammer badge for the old auto workshop. Badge crafted by the auto workshop, precursor to the workshop of the heretical powder kegs. Powder kegs were driven by singular ideas and crafted strange weapons of great intricacy. It is clear that the philosophy of the powder kegs was already established at this time. So I guess that guy was part of the auto workshop and, you know, ended up, going drunk with blood. And then I guess he turned into a beast. Yeah, the firing hammer Sag. Get some things from that we can take a look at if I don't die on the way out of here. I mean, we can still look even if I do die, but you know. Now I believe that allows us to buy, at least let's just get the beast cutter. We can buy the Holy Moonlight Sword? Why? Yeah, boom hammer, whirligig. The piercing rifle. A rifle engineered by the Auto Workshop, the precursor to the workshop of the heretical powder kegs. Designed for hunting on narrow streets, this rifle has been optimized to cause perforation wounds, but is unfit for reliably countering attacks, and as such, is fucking useless. Anything else? That lets us buy, yeah, the delayed Molotovs. I'm just gonna invest in some bullets. And some vials. Alrighty, now we're gonna do something a little redundant. I'm gonna remind you guys of the dialogue that the guy right in the nightmare has, right in the fishing hamlet. The guy that we see walking around as soon as we come in. Where the fuck? There we go. Hey, buddy.
Blasphemous murders, blood-crazed fiends. Atonement for the wretches, by the wrath of Mother Goss. Mercy for the poor wasn't child. Mercy. Oh, please.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Pretty sure that dude killed himself. Yeah.
Mercy. 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 The poor wizened child. Let the pungence of God's clean like a mother's devotion.
Fascinating sounds. So, Bergenworth came here, did some fucked shit, something involving a child. It seems like these guys worship...
Blasphemous atonement for the wretches. By the wrath of Mother Goss.
They worship Mother Cause. Now, if you remember, Mikolash was fucking rambling about Cause, or some say Cosm, and that, I guess, she was the one who turned Rom into what Rom ended up being.
Atonement for the wretches. Lay the curse of blood upon them, and their children, and their children's children forevermore. Each wretched birth will plunge each child into a lifetime of misery. Mercy. The poor wizened child. Let the pungence of cause cling like a mother's devotion.
Dylan says he started choking on his McDonald's brand fish fillet. Wouldn't that make them some kind of cannibals? So, I guess the hunters came here on the orders of Bergen. And I say the hunters because, well, it seems like the hunters are the ones who have been cursed. And they did something so fucked, involving a child, I guess, that the inhabitants of the fishing hamlet laid a curse upon them that would last forever upon them and all of their future generations. You've got to really hate someone to curse their entire fucking bloodline. Now, it's time for us to use a little something we got from our lovely friend Adeline, who turned into a blob. This funky rune. Milkweed. Host phantasms as Illuminwood. A transcription of the inhuman sticky whispers that reveal the nature of a celestial attendant. Those who take this oath become a Illuminwood that peers towards the sky, feeding phantasms in its luscious bed. Phantasms guide us and lead us to further discoveries. Behold, my mushroom power. The cauliflower boys have arrived. Yeah, it says HP. I think I mentioned that when we got it. A lot of people think it's an HP Lovecraft reference. We got 10 people in here. Very nice. If you just hopped in and you haven't already, be sure to drop a like on the stream. We are going to be finishing up the last of the mandatory stuff for the DLC today, ideally. Well, ideally we're going to finish the game today, but, you know, not in this stream. We're going to finish up tonight, hopefully.
Mercy for the poor wasn't childless. Curse here, curse there. Curse for he and she. Why care? A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea. Source of all greatness, all things that be. Listen for the baneful chants. Weep with them as one in trance. And weep with us. Oh, weep with us.
A cursed brew. Yes, indeed, Heavenly. A bottomless curse? A bottomless sea? A source of all greatness? All things that be? Yes, indeed. So, it seems like, you know, the inhabitants of the fishing hamlet are most certainly fucking angry. You know, wrath is certainly, you know, it's the emotion of anger. And, you know, the wrath of Mother Cause. So I guess Cause is pissed about this shit. Maybe the child has something to do with Cause, because we know, you know, every great one loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate. Ultimately, they are just heartbroken. They're weeping, they are full of despair because of what happened. It's a terrible thing that they're mourning over. Let's take a look at this accursed brood, which is a hunter tool. Throw a concoction of curses at foes. Skull of a local from the violated fishing village. The inside of the skull was forcibly searched for eyes, as evidenced by innumerable scratches and indentations. No wonder the skull became stewed in curses. They who offer baneful chants weep with them as one in trance. So, the hunters came here. They killed people, obviously. You know, like, obviously. Who knows? Maybe the fucking skull is from this guy. I've never really made that connection before, but maybe it's from this dude. And they forcibly searched the skulls for eyes. We know the whole thing from Bergenworth, eyes on the inside and whatnot. So presumably on Bergenworth's orders, Bergenworth was like, yo, these guys have had some kind of interaction with the Eldritch Truth, you gotta go see if they've become enlightened. Search their skulls for eyes on the inside. So they did a mild amount of human rights violations. Like this, dude, this whole village is one gigantic war crime right here, folks. Dylan says, that does sound like the ritual to summon Ronald McDonald, a cursed eldritch clown deity. I fucking hate those. Goddamn Pennywise. Emily says, did you know that you can hear voices coming from the houses repeating the cursed dialogue if you listen closely? I did notice that, as a matter of fact. I actually planned on having us listen to that, which we're going to go do now. Did I ever activate the lantern in Maria's boss room? I don't think I did. Gotta go fix that. Man, remember back when Bloodborne came out and there was no item descriptions on the loading screens, it was just Bloodborne, and the load times would last like 45 seconds and people just had the logo burned into their fucking retinas? Ah, yeah, there we go. Somehow I missed this. Okay, to the fishing hamlet. We're gonna do a little bit of listening. Do a mild amount of eavesdropping on the locals. I can't really make out what they're saying. Also, my dogs won't shut the fuck up outside. Anyway, let's take a look at something they have here. So this is a fishing hamlet, so presumably they were collecting fish. Nope, those are slugs. They appear to be fantastic of the great ones. Yeah, they just kind of have those with them all the time. Hello. Those are what the inhabitants of the fishing hamlet look like. You can probably see why Bergenworth was interested in them. They were human at one point. Now they've turned into, what's that one enemy called? Murlocs? The fucking thing from WoW, I think. They make a bunch of funny slurping fish noises. Quite humorous. Ouch. Way out of that one. Yeah, but I got all my HP back, so it's worth it. In's mouth, huh? More like In's eyes. Yeah, exactly. So, for those of you who are not in the know, this place is like super totally fucking In's mouth. It's an isolated fishing hamlet populated by fish-human hybrids. I could have sworn there was one that comes out of there to grab you. Oh, I'm getting my slugs everywhere. Ooh. Mild amount of tomfoolery. Ooh, true. I'm actively expecting an ambush. What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, he's doing some stuff. Looks like they've got phantasms growing on and feasting off of corpses. So they're like, they've got a phantasm farm going. Good God. And this is the thing that exists. Obviously, that's just how the picture looks like. They obviously. So if that's what it looks like, you'll have to trust me. Wow, that was close. We got 10 people in here. Hello. If any of you are new, I'd like first to try and hit 15 likes. Gotta kill this motherfucker. So we're about to have an encounter. Those of you in the know why I'm being very cautious right now. It's not because of him. I can say that much. Despicable fatty. True. Yeah, fuck that guy. The screams of the upcoming enemy haunt Black Sheep. Yes, they do. Hi! Hey buddy, it's been a while. How you doing? My brother in Christ, he looks like shit. So this is arguably the worst enemy in the game. Harder than most of the bosses. We have lovingly taken to calling these the shark ogres, shark trolls, things of that nature. Since these seem to be the shark equivalent. to the brick trolls. Hear that, folks? It's just hell. Like, this is just hell. We've put all of the worst things imaginable in here. Including that. Oh. So let's see if I remember the routine correctly. Hi. Ah, look at that stupid shit. Frankly, I think these guys are worse than the Winter Lanterns. Okay. About as well as it possibly could. Die. Okay. That went pretty flawlessly. Whew. Now the reason I put up with that stupid shit was to get this. The best dex weapon in the game. Not that I'm going to use it. But also, it's kind of lore significant. This is Lady Maria's weapon, the Rakuyo. Hunter weapon wielded by Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower. The trick sword originated in the same country as the Canehurst Shikage, only this sword feeds not off blood, but instead demands great dexterity. Lady Maria was fond of this aspect of the Rakuyo, as she frowned upon blood blades, despite being a distant relative of the Queen. But one day she abandoned her beloved Rakuyo, casting it into a dark well when she could stomach its presence no longer. So, yeah, Maria's a little bit old, but aren't we all? So, Maria, for some reason, decided to work at the research hall, tried to ease the suffering of the patients there, but then ended up committing suicide, and ended up in the Hunter's Nightmare, where she stopped people from discovering the secret of the fishing hamlet, where the hunters went and did some fucked up stuff. Why do you think Maria wasn't able to stomach the presence of her weapon anymore? Probably because she used it to do some pretty fucked things, such as massacring a village of innocent people. And if she was Garmin's student, would that not suggest that Garmin was here as well? Fucking piece of shit. Oh wow, that... Holy shit. I can't believe that worked so well. I did not do it intentionally. Oh, it was you! You accidentally killed them, you stupid fuck. That's kinda hilarious, I have to say. I like the bubbly sounds they make, they're so silly. What a foolish creature. We got 12 people in here. Hello everyone, how are you all? Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Have we hit 15 yet? No, not yet. Let's see if we can hit 15 likes. Great One's wisdom. Well, if this place had some kind of encounter with the Great Ones, not surprising we find that here. Heavenly says, by the power of the deep one, have some super tuberculosis. Sounds about right. Aha. Appears to be chopping up a hunter. That does not look precise, so I don't think they're doing that for food. I think it's more so getting out some frustrations, some anger. Seemingly pretty warranted anger. Harrowed garb. This is the same stuff that our buddy wears. Certain church hunters obfuscate their identities and slip into the nooks and crannies of the city. This is the garb that allowed these harrowed individuals to go unnoticed. These hunters are keyed to early signs of the scourge, serving as a first line of defense against its outbreak. Or perhaps, when the time is ripe, they find signs of the scourge when there are none. It just goes to show the corner beggar is not always who he seems. This will encourage your schizo fantasies about the homeless men being gang stalkers. So it seems like our friend here was some kind of healing church spy, but now he's trying to discover the secret of the healing church. Or, more so the secret of the hunters. I wonder why. Maybe it's because the healing churches went to shit, doesn't really have any need to be subservient to it anymore, and he just kind of wants to know the truth. Makes sense to me. You remember to kick the ladder down, right? Yes, good, good, good. Let's see here. Denny D says, if I remember correctly, the shark trolls in the well are so strong, they can cause the area around the well above ground to shake, assuming you can get back up the ladder or out of the cave. Yeah, they're a bit ridiculous. They're kind of absurd. And we have about enough to go get a level. We'll need a little bit more, obviously. Fuck it, we'll use this. Why not? Been some really good chat going on in my D&D channel. I mildly traumatized my players the other day by having them have an encounter with a fucking cryptid-looking thing.
Welcome home. What is it?
It was very amusing.
Well. Let the echo
It was like the Rake. It had a lot of similarities to this stupid shit that Neve's character is doing called flute form, where they basically turn into fucking Shy Guy. And they were wondering how it was able to do that, if it had seen it before. And then they started wondering, hey, has this thing been watching us for a while? And I'm just like, interesting question. So I think now some of them are wondering if this creature has been observing them for a while now. Quite amusing, to say the least. Like, a few sessions ago they were doing some traveling and they were wondering if they were being followed by this group of people that they were trying to trick. And for a time they felt like they were being watched. Now they're wondering what the source of that really was, because they ended up fighting someone after that. But now they're like, was it because of the person we fought, or was it because of this thing watching us? Spooky musings, indeed. See, looks like we got a pretty solid 11 people in here consistently. This is very good, very nice. Hey, we hit 15 likes. Very good, very nice. Thank you. Alrighty, let's press onward. And also, yes, Black Sheep, I do plan on doing Brador's thing. I mean, it doesn't really take a ton of time to do that. Basically, you just get to the next lantern and then go through Brador. So we're just gonna run through here. Well, it looks like they are hanging up the heads. Fish dogs. They exist, presumably because of the same reason people are turning into fish. I do not want to kill the NPC up here, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to run in here, and then I am going to do that to reset their aggro so we don't accidentally get him killed, because I am pretty sure that has happened before. And that would be very awkward. Alrighty, we're back. Hello. You're not looking too hot, my man.
Who are you? I'm afraid I've made a bunch of things. Oh, I can hear the bell now. The beast-eyed assassin. He's after me. Again. And again. It never ends.
So, when we were in the, we were under the research hall, we were in the jail. There was a guy in there that looked like he was wearing a cleric beast pelt, and he was ringing a bell, but we couldn't hear the bell. And he was like, hey, can you hear the bell? No? Good. Go back to doing whatever menial hunter shit you were doing. But our friend here is able to hear the bell, and now the beast-hide assassin is after him. So I guess if you can hear the bell, that means, you know, like the bell is tolling for you, your time's up.
Please. I need you to do something. This village is the true secret. Testament to the old sins. It feeds this hunter's nightmare. Please. Bring to an end the horror. So our forefathers sinned. We hunters cannot bear their weight forever. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
Simon's Bowblade, and the underground cell inner chamber key. So yes, indeed, this place and the sin committed here is the source of this nightmare. There's a little grave here, and that looks like a lumen flower, like the same flower that was growing outside Maria's boss room, and the same ones that were on top of that coffin thing inside of her boss arena. And considering Maria had access to the hamlet through there, maybe she left this here. If I were to wager a guess, I would say this gravestone is for that thing. So presumably that's dead. And as Maria said, a corpse should be left well alone. And she knows very well how the secrets beckon so sweetly. I think perhaps she and the other hunters, and maybe Gehrman himself, came here. They did that fucked stuff, and they messed around with that corpse of whatever the fuck that is, which is currently glowing because of the lighting. And, that's probably what caused this whole nightmare business. Well, no, we have some things to look at. So we get confirmation that our dear harrowed hunter friend is named Simon. I feel like I accidentally mentioned that a few times before. Let's take a look at his weapon. Choice weapon of Simon, one of the first healing church hunters. So this was a guy from Ludwig's time, apparently. Simon despised firearms, and so the church workshop had this specially fashioned to his liking. The large curved blade serves as a bow when transformed. But aside from a few close friends, Simon was scoffed at for his choice of arms, for who would dare face the beasts with a measly bow? A cool motherfucker would. Or someone running a blood tinge build. And then we also got this key. Key to the inner chamber of the Grand Cathedral cell. The innermost chamber of the underground cell holds a lone madman. He wears a beast hide and rings a bell that emits no sound. Unending death awaits those who can hear the soundless bell. So yeah. Thought I could hear it there for a second. Perhaps not. Well, why don't we go pay this beast-hide assassin a visit, shall we? Why not, you know? So, back to the underground corpse pile. Oh, a bell. Hello, sir. How are you? Oh, you're committing seppuku. And then you, That was surprisingly easy. Usually he's a fucking handful. Brador's Testament. The scalp of a horrible cleric beast, indicating that Hunter Brador, a healing church assassin, had killed a compatriot. Afterward, he wore his ally's own scalp and hid himself away, deep below in a cell. The church provided him with a single soundless bell of death to ensure their secrets would be kept. So, him hiding away after wearing the scalp, it's like he is wearing proof of the healing church's misdeeds and its knowledge of the truth of that, like, yeah, the blood is turning people into beasts, but I'm gonna hide that away and let no one know about it.
You hear this? Fear the bells toll. For only death awaits foolish prying eyes, and the church assassins are never far behind.
So that's like a bell ringing woman's bell. Why did you smash this place up?
Look who's here. Welcome to my quarters. I've never entertained a guest before. Are you going to kill me? After all you've done, kill me? As if to right your wrongs.
He kind of sounds like Patches. Guy's clearly old. I wasn't really able to show this off, but his phantom forms seem to have darker facial hair, which suggests that the versions of himself that he invades people as are younger. They're like the prime versions of himself. Now, very interestingly, he appears to be wearing the foreign garb, which is the stuff that we start the game with. Which I think may suggest that Brador was much like us at one point, and was a foreigner who came to Yharnam in search of blood ministration. But he ended up becoming a hunter of the church, whereas we became a dreaming hunter. Anyway.
What is it? Or perhaps beg my forgiveness? Well, leave off. What's done is done. Nothing changes. Such is the nature of man.
Bloodletter. The demented hunter weapon brandished by Brador, the healing church assassin. The bloodletter assumes its true and terrifying form after it draws upon blood from the inner reaches of one's body and soul. This is the only effective means of expelling tainted blood. Or so Brador, isolated in his cell, continued to believe. So, if we go through the challenge dungeons, the chalice dungeons, we encounter a very large beast called the bloodletting beast. And the interesting thing about the bloodletting beast is that it has a big fucking gash on its head, which seems to be in the same spot as the big gash on the skull we find in the Grand Cathedral. Which we're pretty sure, actually we pretty much know, is Lawrence's skull, because we encounter another version of the bloodletting beast with no head. So it's quite possible that Brador may have been the one that actually killed Lawrence. Maybe. Some people don't really buy into that. I think it's plausible. And as you would imagine, being the guy who killed the first vicar of the church for, turning into a beast, yeah, you would probably want to hide that away. You probably would not want people knowing about that shit. So now that's taken care of. I'm pretty sure we will just be able to find the rest of Brador's gear in the spots he would have invaded us in. Which is needless to say, very convenient. Alright, so we go out through here. I think. Nope. Alright, so we go around that way, right? It's been a little while. Yes, indeed. Yep, his items are just sitting around. Bloodied armbands. Yeah, item description is pretty much the same. Ah, hello. God damn it. Look at him go. Fall down. Yeah! What a dumbass. Those look like giant snail shells. Shortcut. Very important. Okay, so then we go back outside because we need to inspect the ground level of the hamlet, and I don't think I can get there from here, unless I am mistaken. Reeks of fatty. I do believe one of his invasion spots was in here. Looking like it is. Pardon me. Ouch. Splendid. Absolutely tremendous. Fishman. I cannot remember how we get in there. I know why you need to go kill the shaman. Over here. Beast hide garb. PS4 or PS5? This is on the PS5. Bloody hive of a horrible cleric beast. Pulled over the back. Without the attached beast hide, this foreign garb wouldn't raise anyone's eyebrows. So yeah, that's the confirmation there. Rador was a foreigner like us. Something interesting I forgot to mention is that one of the background options for like character creation mentions being from a doomed or destroyed hamlet. So it is possible that your character could be someone who originates from the fishing hamlet. Certainly allows for some interesting RP opportunities. Alright, I don't think there's anything else around here that we need. Yeah, we got both. How much of my man's garb do we have now? We got 3 out of 4. Correct. Just need to get the pants. I know where we get those. It's not around here. Now we have to get back up to higher ground. And this is where we do that. Well, that did not go well. Well, at least now we're back up here. We only had like 3,000 blood echoes, so not that big of a deal. We can leave them. And now we're going to do a little something called running. One of my favorite things to do. Oh, right. Look at this! The snail women! So they did drop down to the Hunter's Nightmare from up here. We got some slug women. Always good, always nice. Are you serious? Ah, we got the complete set. And we didn't even have to fight him more than once. Should not need to go. Oh, we have to go around. You got a favorite build in Elden Ring? I'm not sure I have a favorite yet. I really like the Blood Magic build because of how, like, disgustingly broken it is. I'm currently working on a Black Flame build, and then I'm going to be working on a Frenzy build. I plan on doing just kind of like a basic, you know, big axe strength build. Basically like a Godfrey cosplay. Discount Godfrey, you know? You're stuck in the wall. That is so sad. Off to the back rooms you go. You! And we didn't die. Extraordinary. Ah, now we've reached it. I need to get Neve in here. Actually, what I should do is I should ping Fi. Tell her to tune into the stream. This is something very funny to me. Oh, I guess I could get Clover in here too. Yeah, but it seems like she's offline. Ah, yes, Clover has been here. So, one time, me, Clover, and Fi were hanging out here at my house. And I was playing Bloodborne. And at some point, we decided, for some reason, to let Fi play around a little bit. And so she tried to figure out how to use the elevator. That was the most agonizing 20 minutes of my life, of her getting on and off the elevator and continuously falling off of it and shit. Calling it back down. Sometimes missing it. Oh. Yes indeed, James. Bleed is pretty ridiculous. So anyway, that's our shortcut. We gotta grab something important down here. Yes, that's who you think it is. Run, Mitch, run! We are here to grab a item. Or I suppose an item, a singular item of great importance. Blood Rock. Now we can get our +10. This is the... So in the base game, there was only one Blood Rock you could just find that wasn't in a Chalice dungeon. So for the DLC, having added a bunch of weapons, they were so gracious as to let you get a second one. So now you too can have 2 weapons that are +10, as opposed to just +9. Kofa has a cat in a box. Very nice. I like this cat. I wonder if we can hit 20 likes for the stream. Since we're at 17 now. Behold, my plus 10. Holy Moonlight Sword. Alright, time for me to suffer. You already know what it is. Most of you, anyway. Rifle Spear OP. Is it? I remember hearing about it being really overpowered, like right around when the game came out. I remember hearing about that, like there was some kind of rifle spear meta. But I was never able to personally experience that myself, because I didn't get Bloodborne until about 3 years after it came out. I think I got it in 2018. Yeah, pretty sure it was 2018. Yes, I am pretty sure. Yeah. 2018 was in my freshman year. I got a PS4 because I really wanted to play God of War. But in addition to that, I figured out, it's like, okay, I'm getting it now, I should get a game for it. What's a game I would really want to play on the PS4? Oh, I really want to fucking play Bloodborne, because I've never gotten to play it. So, well, you know, here we are now. Ace is in here. He says, I recently watched Jacksepticeye speedrun the entire game with only Saw Spear. I mean, the Saw Spear and the, Saw Cleaver are both really good when you use it with, the Beast Blood pellet. I am not looking forward to this. For those of you not in the know, for me this boss is another Black Flame 3-day, another Dark Eater Midir. More so 3-day, where they are really fucking hard. I guess it's also kind of a Melania thing, where they are really hard to the point where I don't really like the fight that much. Interesting procession. I assume they're praying to this thing. A corpse. Those are the ship masts we can see from the Nightmare Frontier. Well, here it is, folks. Doesn't go any further than this. This is where it all began. This is the source of the nightmare. James says Trick Trick is my favorite. Ace says Simps waiting in line at a convention. True. Alright. Let's get into it. Steamy. Oh, 'cause Typical Florida Firth. Imagine the smell. I do not want to think about either of these things. Oh, nice placenta you got there, buddy. The Orphan of Kos. So that's Kos, I guess. I guess Kos is fucking dead, which means the orphan has been born of a corpse. And an interesting thing is that crying line, the crying sound, is the exact same crying that we think. Make of that what you will. I mean, obviously Gertman's not the orphan, but it's very obvious there's a connection between the two. Probably that Gertman was fucking here, and was part of the atrocities. Did the hunters kill Kos? I don't know. Seems that presumably she, like, washed up on shore or something. And that was what led Bergenworth to coming here. So for those of you not in the know, up until like a month and a half ago when Elden Ring came out, this fine child here held the title of, FromSoft's hardest boss ever. Nemanja says, hello man, keep up the grind, thank you. I appreciate the support. Now let's see if we can hit 20 likes before I beat this thing, however long that will take. I think it was Redgrave who pointed out the similarities. That would not surprise me, Danny. What about Maximum Ishin? I find Ishin to be easier than Orphan. Shit. I like this OST. Not one of my favorites, but I think it's pretty decent. Okay. Maybe he needs a hug. Yeah, he's brokenly aggressive. I know someone found this out from like the game files or whatever, but the orphan actually breaks the rules in that all the bosses are supposed to have a stamina bar like we do, so they can't just attack infinitely. But the orphan can. The orphan has no stamina bar. It can just attack as much as it wants. Which means it's kind of unfair. Now, as some people have pointed out, it's funny to think about how this boss would literally be impossible in, like, Dark Souls. Like, he is just too fucking fast. He would be... What the fuck was that? God, those screams, just terrible. Dodges! Why did that not? There you go. Whoa! He just... Oh my god, I've never seen him do that before. Move canceling, my god. Maybe he's screaming in pain? Maybe he's screaming because he's a fucking newborn infant. And it's... So a lot of people are pretty sure that the umbilical cord that came from Bergenworth is the orphan's cord. You know, the one that we get from Imposter Yosefka. I've heard that theory. I think it seems pretty plausible. Oh, fuck. does a scream! He does a spin! News alert, Florida man fights a newborn infant. That I do. Figured it was Murgos? No. We get Murgos later. Alright, this is where the easy part ends. Phase 2. Gotten a little bigger. Hey Chilled, how you doing? Oh, he has iframes there. That was actually going pretty well. This phase scares the fuck out of me. Well, I mean, if we're doing that well from the get-go, yeah, phase 2, you did pretty well, getting instantly murdered. Yeah. You know, playing back through Bloodborne has really reminded me how convenient a lot of the new quality of life stuff in Elden Ring is. Like, the Stakes America are just so convenient. Not having to run back through like an entire dungeon at a time to get to the boss. Ouch. You little bastard. Democracy calls the phase a flying squirrel on acid. I like it. Ah, fuck, I thought I went under. Shit. Well, we're off to a bad start with this one. I like how the bosses in this game are supposed to encourage aggression. This is one of the bosses where I think you should probably not be aggressive. Or, you know, don't be hyper-aggressive. So you kind of have to skirt around the side a little bit. Ah, he baited me, the fuck. You little bastard. Yeah, I like when this OST kicks in, it's pretty nice. It reminds me of the Hellsing OST. Something about it. I forget which one specifically. One of the ones from, like, the last episode or two. Today, and tomorrow, I guess. Mostly today, I gotta start doing some research for the next batch of Elden Ring lore videos. I gotta compile the notes, and then I have to find a good time to do the recording session. Probably gonna have to, I basically have to do it sometime tomorrow, because we're gonna have to get some out Friday. So we should have the Radagon episode out on Friday, and then the Renala episode out on Saturday. Now the Renala one's going to be a bit of an issue, because I know, like, fuck all for Renala's lore. So I'm going to have to do some research. Well, you know, other than the basic stuff, like the pretty surface level shit. Well, member of the Carrion royal family. had some kind of encounter with the full moon, ended up becoming governor of Raya Lucaria, met Radagon during the Liurnian War, married him, had kids, lost her fucking shit after he left, maybe. I know I've heard some people have suggested that, like, she was like that anyway. I think at least Plague suggested that. But she was like that anyway, and just didn't become known until after Radagon left. Because he was the one just kind of keeping her okay, you know? Yeah, and the physical, blunt, and blood are the best for the Orca. Well, shame I'm running an arcane build. You killing about that? Oh, you fucking asshole. Little bastard child. Oh yeah, I mentioned this a little bit ago, so like right after the cutscene, that the Orphan's Cry is a distorted version of Fairman's. Got too close there. Okay, hopefully. Got into that a little bit earlier than I would have liked. Thank you for your encouragement, child. It's ridiculous. We've actually reached it. The limit. Oh fuck, I ran out of stamina. Fuck, and we were doing so well there. God damn it. This is why stamina management is important, kids. well, we're doing fairly well, I would say. We're doing pretty alright. In general. Now tell me. Yeah, the aggression's a little broken. Maybe we shift the strategy a little bit, a smidgen, just a little wee bit. Maybe using the old reliable. Basically, this is the boss that I keep this thing around for. Because I know big damage and bolt. Shit. Okay. And we buy a little bolt paper. Alright, this is what, take 4? Yeah, I think this is our 4th attempt. So we'll see how many. I'd like to see if I can get him in under 10. Because, by the way, once again, this is the hardest boss in the game. Pretty much bar none. Except, like, there's like one boss that I think, well, no, Ludwig gets kind of close. And then there's another boss that I think is also kind of close and is also broken that I hate. I don't enjoy that boss at all. We'll get to him tonight. That'll be part of us wrapping things up a wee bit. Skin has arrived. Perfect timing, Skin. We are dealing with a giant man-sized baby. As you do. Traverse the fog. Ludwig is fun though, yeah. I don't know how much fun I have with Orphan. I guess it's getting my blood pumping, that's just the intention. I was slow on the draw there. Oh, I'm doing shit for damage against him right now. I didn't think it was gonna work. Oh no, this is a bad strategy. It's going terribly. Got low scaling. Okay, never mind. This is going quite dreadful. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut our losses on this one here. Keep going. Why give up if it could be the one? There we go. Okay, we're going back to Moonlight. That did not work out as well as I had hoped that it would. Sad. Oh well. Oh, my Moonlight. Let's get back to business. Attempt 5. Hopefully this will go slightly better. I imagine we're doing more damage with this just because we have way more pumped into the thing that it has the highest scaling from. It is A tier. It's A arcane scaling. We've got like 40 arcane, so it makes sense that this is doing higher damage. Even if this thing doesn't have, yeah, if this thing has resistance to arcane, it's still doing more. James says, I wonder why Sony doesn't port this to PC. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because they just like, it gives people a reason to still play the PS4. And PS5, since you can get it on here too, obviously. Yeah, look at that! Look at that action canceling. Why does he do that? Strange. Are you good, my man? You good? I do like kind of the, that's part of why I like a lot of FromSoft bosses. I do like the kind of dance, the consistent flow of the fight. It has a pretty consistent rhythm to it. Which you've noticed, because whenever he does a certain action, I generally do the same action. Pattern recognition. They must hate money, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there are a lot of people that have just gotten into Souls games because of Elden Ring, which is really cool. It's nice to see more people getting into them. I'm not one of those fucking assholes that's just like, oh, more of the normies are getting into it. Now they're gonna be appealing to them. I am whatever the opposite of a gatekeeper is. I like when more people get interested in the shit that I'm interested in. Because then I have more people to talk to about it. Ooh, I can't believe that missed. Shit. Ah, you little fuck. How did Sunburn Albano describe the bubbly uterus candy that he throws at you? That's so fucking nasty. Let the orphan be a reminder that an adult-sized baby is fucking horrifying. Well, you know, minus all of that shit. A baby with the abilities of an adult is pretty, terrifying concept. You should be afraid. Oh. I forgot about the fucking line. Oh shit. Whew. What a big fucking baby, man. Alright. Oh. Oh, that attack is terrifying. Dave says I'd love to be in a stream about Pokemon. Well, Griever usually does those on Saturdays. Sometimes on Saturdays. I don't know if it's enough to say usually, but he does them on Saturdays. Also, Resident Evil did the giant baby thing too. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, perfect. The combo! Oh, we got comboed there. Fuck. I need to go piss. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so that was attempt 5, right? So this next one's going to be attempt 6, but before we get into that, I need to buy some more blood vials. All in all, I'd say this is going about as well as I have expected. Actually, I think it's going slightly better. Hard Heart's still pumping, I believe. I think I'm still in the zone. So, let's see if we can kill this giant fucking man baby. Alright, let's do this shit. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I didn't want you to do that one. Oh, God. Another reason I've realized that I don't care for this fight is that it eats through my blood vials. Like, I have fucking no blood vials left whenever I'm done fighting Orphan. Didn't someone do this thing where they tested to see if you could one-shot Orphan and they determined probably not? No. I'm pretty sure they ultimately found that out. You cannot one-shot Orphan. There does not seem to be a way to do it. Chat, start typing more things. PlayStation's starting to repeat the old messages because there haven't been enough new ones in a minute. Goddamn big baby. He's so jittery. You notice that with a lot of his movements, like he's fucking shivering? I imagine he's kinda cold. Now one must wonder, what is the other half of the Orphan here? Unless this is what Kaz looked like before Kaz grew up. Oh shit. fuck? God damn, my heart is racing. Like I can feel my whole body shaking with my heart. It's been a little while since something got me feeling like that. When was the last time, actually? It's probably around Rykard. Jesus. Whew. Well, there you go. That's the hardest boss in the game, and a former hardest Souls boss. So let's take a look at the body here of Kaz. It's actually got arms, and it has a human face. Isn't that fucking gross? Now this thing looks a lot like some of those weird things we find in the Nightmare Frontier. I'm not sure if there's any connection, if those are like the spawn of Kaz or something. I forget what they're called. But there may be some kind of connection. You know, they may be related. And then we have this thing that shows up here. Oh, we got the Kaz parasite. Which I can use because this is an arcane build. When the carcass of Kaz washed up on the coast, its insides were teeming with tiny parasites, unlike any found in humans. This atypical weapon can only be clasped tight and swung, but a Kaz parasite is said to stimulate phantasms inhabiting Illuminwood. So you want to equip the Milkweed rune to use this. So we'll show that off. So presumably the parasites that Kaz was full of were what turned the villagers into fish people. And were probably why, you know, Kaz washing up, a fucking dead great one washes up. Bergenworth is like, oh shit, let's send our hunters there to go investigate. They see that the residents are mutating into fish people. So they start massacring them and dissecting them to inspect their bodies, to search for eyes on the inside. Then they come to the corpse of Kaz and presumably take the body of the orphan. Because remember, this isn't a nightmare. This is the nightmare version of the Orphan of Kaz. It's not the real thing. This, I think, is the orphan's spirit. Meaning that this is the actual orphan here. Remember visceral attack. Time for dawns. I like that one. This is the tortured spirit of the Orphan of Kaz, trapped within the nightmare because of the curses of the villagers, but also because of its own suffering. It has become trapped in this place. It's the first time we've gotten that message.
Sweet child of Kos returns to the ocean. A bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, accepting of all that there is and can be.
And would you look at that? That corrupted sun is gone. Looks like we have a normal dawn breaking. Place seems a lot nicer, doesn't it? And it's not raining anymore. Well, let's head back to the Hunter's Dream. Yes, indeed, Danny. Well, that's what I was just looking at. The fractured sun's gone. It's not there anymore. What's up, doll?
Oh, good hunter. I can hear German sleeping. On any other night, he'd be restless. But on this night, he sounds so very calm. Perhaps something has eased his suffering.
So, I think this could be a combination of things. One, German has immense guilt for what happened at the fishing hamlet. And as such... Ooh, our message was rated. Very nice, very good. And German is a hunter as well, so he is still subject to the curse of the fishing hamlet. But he's trapped here within the hunter's dream, so he can't get dragged into the hunter's nightmare. So even though he's stuck here, he's still tortured by the curse. But now, I think that curse is broken. So now hunters are no longer doomed to always be dragged into the hunter's nightmare.
Very well.
All thanks to us.
Let me...
Isn't that nice?
Welcome. Very well.
Fuck. Still need a bit more. Fuck it.
Welcome. What? Very well. Let...
I'll have to do some blood vial farming off stream, you know, probably before we start the next one, which should be the last. Now, we switch to the milkweed rune. Let's slap this thing on, shall we? Behold. Isn't that something? Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just delightful? Look at the way we roll. It's like we fucking fall onto the ground and then just get up instead of, you know, normal dodging. Can't do charged ones anymore. Our special, our L2. Fucking JoJo pose into a big body explosion. What are our transformation attacks? Fascinating. Well, that's a thing. I don't really plan on using that because it's pretty much all arcane damage. But, you know, cool weapon. And, well, just to show off a little. That's pretty much all for today's stream. Or not today's stream. This afternoon stream. I'll be back sometime this evening. And we will ideally finish things up. We've got one thing left to do in the DLC. Which I do not particularly enjoy, but we gotta do it because it's important. And then we'll be finishing up the main game. So, definitely be excited for that. Be sure to keep your eyes peeled. I'll probably be starting around like 7 or 8 tonight, I'm thinking. Sometime around then. We've broken the curse. Monsters are no longer doomed to come here for all of eternity. Isn't that nice? Well, can I get onto this bench? No. Sad. Truly aggressive architecture. Well, anywho. I'll be back later tonight. So, yeah. How's it going, Henry? Going pretty good. Let's read up the last few comments before we end off. Danny says, nice. Ace says, not getting that feeling often. Sounds like Clover needs to step her game up. Oh my god. Oh, you're bad. You're bad. Oh, we got 23 likes. I have no idea when we hit that, but thank you. Doesn't the fractured sound in the background get fixed as well? Yeah, it's gone. Ace says, ironic that the cure for the nightmare caused by a slaughter was to reenact it just without the experiments. Kind of. It's more so putting them out of their misery than anything else. Sunny says the Florida DLC's over. Pretty much, yeah. Danny D says, what time zone? I'm an EST. So, what time is it now? 4 o'clock exactly. Sometime in the next 3 to 4 hours should be the next stream, which will ideally be the last one. So we'll be finishing up Bloodborne. We'll be done with Return to Yharnam. This has been pretty fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. It's always nice to revisit a game that I quite enjoy, especially when it's part of like some kind of community thing. So I will see you guys later tonight. Oh yeah, Clover's here now. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Well, anyway, I'll see you all later tonight for the finale to Return to Yharnam. So, until then, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, Clover's been here this whole time. You should watch your mouth. Alright, folks. See you later. Bye-bye.